fam. Peace, peace. How
What's
you
going
doing?
on? Peace,
What's going
peace.
on? What's
Hold
going
on.
on with you?
Let me set us up real quick. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. All right. We good. What's going on?
Nothing much. What's going on with
Tired of shit.
you?
But I'm here. We here. We gonna
Right,
do this. We gonna do
right,
happy Thursday to everybody. Um,
right.
welcome back. First of all, let me just get started. Let me, do my little intro and all of that shit. So welcome to Teach Me Thursdays, everybody. Y'all know me. My name is Shalom. This week we are expanding your mind again. Today is Jupiter Day. It's all about expansion, philosophy, learning. It's a Sag season as well, so this is the perfect time to bring a dear Sag of mine on here to talk about more science today. All right, so I'm expanding your mind today about more science. And listen, this is my family, y'all. This is actually my cousin. For those that don't know, this is like my real life cousin. So it feels really good to have somebody in the family who, thinks like me, who understands, the things that I'm talking about, the things that I'm going through, but also what we are going through. So I'm really excited to tap in. What you want me to call you, Theodore? Want me to call you Teddy? What you want me to call you?
Whatever you feel like. Whatever
I'm
you
gonna
feel
call
like.
you Teddy because that's what I grew up calling you, bruh. So
Right,
that's what we
right.
gonna do.
It's
All
whatever
right,
you
y'all.
feel
This is
like.
actually my real life cousin, y'all. I grew up with this dude. We was on choir together in church back in the day when we was young, y'all. So this is like legit my cousin, y'all. Okay, I just want to throw that out there. But before I get started, I do just want to let you all know again, we are talking about the more science today. This is expansion of your mind. So please come with an open mind, an open soul, but also, of course, with the open spirit as well, and be willing to learn something new. Some of the things that you may hear tonight may not be, completely aligned with you or what have you, but it is the truth. I don't talk a lot about more science on anymore like that because people just be really tripping. But I really wanted to bring you on for Teach Me Thursday. So without further ado, let's get started. So Teddy, tell everybody who you are, what you do, and where we can find you if we need to contact you after this live.
All right, so my name is Teddy. I go by multiple names. As you know, you should all have multiple identities
Okay.
or entities, as they would say. Um, my actual solar return is coming Saturday, so this is perfect. Uh,
Yes.
yes, I'm a husband. I'm a husband, father. Uh, you can reach me on at Moorish American Empire, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm very, very in tune to a lot of things. And I also wanted to tell you, because just to speak on myself, and what you told me the other day was very, very, very eye opening to me about digging into my Sagittarius and
Yes.
like what I was sent here for.
Yes.
And when I looked it up, I seen that I was sent here for to learn and to teach. I was like, oh wow. So that came back full circle to me, like almost like a 360, because right now, as you know, I'm homeschooling Mello.
Yes.
So I'm also teaching him also, teaching him, the right way to be educated, and not the way that, we was taught, because the way we was taught, we was all, screwed up in the mind. We
Thanks.
learned we learned some good things, but we learned a lot of bad things too. A lot of things that just hurt us mentally. So
Exactly.
I just wanted to tell you that was a good guide, man. You've been guiding me for like a year now. I just want you to know that you've been
Listen.
guiding me for a year now. You've been on point, and if it wasn't for you, I would have never even known about the moves.
Yeah.
It probably would never even cross my path.
Yeah.
And So I want to thank you for this opportunity. You know, it's my first time doing something like this, so I want to thank you for doing this with me, and I appreciate it. And
This gonna crack
it's like
open
we
a
having a
cosmic egg
conversation.
right here.
Right, right, right. So
After this, yo, you gonna be in front of millions of people giving lectures, yo. So I can't freaking wait, man. You never know what an opportunity can springboard you into, but not only that, how it can activate a lot of dormant, energies within you, and you don't even realize um how influential you can become until you're actually in front of people and they're like, yo, who is this? Um
right.
I do want you to talk about your business and everything that you got going on as well. Hi, babies. Hey, y'all. What's up? Your wife is in here as well. Hey, Mella. I know she gonna watch her boo teach. So look, we gonna let you teach, okay?
And what's so
So
funny for you to say about what you said about me speaking? She actually said that too. She was like, "I can see you being a speaker," and I was
it's
like, "Wow,
true.
that never crossed my mind. I mean,
Listen.
never crossed my mind."
Listen, this awareness will bring us into a lot of different things that we never thought that we would, that we would do. Again, like it activates a lot of dormant energies and um a lot of like dormant, I don't even know what to say, but like just different things that you never thought that you would do, until you actually become more awake and aware. And also until you look into like who you truly are, right? Which has
Right.
a lot to do with your birth chart, which is your thumbprint into this universe. So,
Right.
you come into this universe with a contract, right? And so you got to figure out what your contract is. You got to figure out what you signed up to do. And
Right.
so obviously, you came in as a Sag. The Sag is the philosopher, obviously you have a lot more other signs that are in your birth chart, but you are a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like you come from a family of orators, a very heavy Christian based family who, your father, he sings. Like, come on,
Right.
your father's
Right.
a singer. You
Right.
you teach through singing. So why wouldn't you? I don't know. I don't think you know how to sing, but we used to
Hey,
be on a choir, so you might have a little voice.
I got some vocals. I got
That's a
some vocals.
voice.
I got some vocals. I haven't used them in a while, but I can blow a little bit. I got it from my phone.
You see
I
what
can.
I'm saying? So you right in line with that. You right in line with that. Okay, so with that being said, right? Okay, so we obviously come from a Christian background. Me and you both, we grew up, we went to the same church, we were around the same people every Sunday, every Bible school, vacation Bible school, this, that, and the third, right? And
Right.
here comes me. Here you know me as Amber, but so here comes Amber, telling you about some woke shit, right? So how did
Hmm.
you? I really want to know, like, how did you take that information in, right? And then what did you do with that information, to put you in the position that you are in now?
Well, when you first told me, I ain't believe you. I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't believe you. I was like, yo, she crazy. She tripping. I don't know what she talking about. You know what I'm saying? The typical response of a black person. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say, yeah, you tripping. I don't know what you talking about. So I was just like, all right, man, whatever. And so I started to do my research a little bit, not as much, but I did.
Yeah.
And it wasn't it wasn't really until I started messing with the shrooms, until it really started to tap in. I really started to tap into it.
Yeah.
And the spiritual journey I went through with the shrooms, like, you know what I'm saying, my consort, my wife, she can attest to it. She's seen me go through it that day when I was, when I was on the shrooms that day, and how God came to me and pretty much awakened me that day. And what's so funny about it, we was playing gospel music that day in the house. The gospel music was playing in the house that day, and it just hit me. I came back in the house, and I couldn't stop it. And that same night, it was an earthquake in Glen Burnie. That
Yes.
same night, that same night, and that right there was the proof to me that I had awakened.
Yeah.
And me and my wife, we experienced it both. And she was the first one to recognize. We was in the kitchen. I'll never forget it. We was in the kitchen. We was standing there together. And she was like, yo, did you feel that? I was like, yep, I felt it. It was like a little shake. It wasn't real. It wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? Magnified to a real earth, like a real top of the line earthquake, but you could feel it. And the next day, I googled it, and damn, if it wasn't there, I was like, oh shit. And I called my brother, because me and my brother, we kind of like on the same wavelength, but he does his own thing, and I do my thing too. So when I
He's
called him
more
and asked,
politically. He's more the political shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So when I talked to him, he was like, yeah, yo, I felt it. He was like, yeah, I felt it. I was like, yeah, I kind of knew you felt it, but for the regular person who's not tapped into what's going on, they didn't even feel it. I asked my mom, so I was like, nah, we didn't feel it. I was like, okay, I understand why y'all didn't feel it.
Right,
They
right,
was
right.
like, are you
See?
serious? I was like, yeah, it was dead. Like, y'all didn't feel that? So that right there, man, I just knew then. And then after that, I just started digging. And I started to do more research, man, and started to realize like, yo, this stuff is really starting to make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things, a lot of information, man, that we get nowadays, kind of like common sense, if we really take the information and allow it to set in. And I think the problem is with a lot of black people, man, we have a hard time just want to listen to each other.
Yeah.
So it makes it hard to try to get the information and be able to comprehend it,
Facts.
and then be able to really study and be able to come up with the information that we need to know. So like I said, man, you were just a guy for me. And I started to realize like, man, like this whole time that I've been living, like I'll be 42. So I was just like, yo, 40 some years of my life, I just been living in a space that just wasn't right.
Yes.
And I don't think a lot of people realize, man, that the higher ups, they kind of put a spell on us. And in order for us to break the spell, because we had the power.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of us don't understand, man. We have the power to break every spell that they have put on us. And they have put a spell on us, starting with our ancestors all the way down to this generation.
Yes.
And we have the power to break it. Our generation has the power to break it. But it's gonna take that moment to tap in to your true self to really realize like, yo, this the way I've been living ain't right. And I don't think people understand, man, when you live in that black code and that black status, you get a lot of bad things thrown your way.
Hmm.
Man, I didn't live a rough life being black.
Mm. Wait, say that again. Oh, that
I
deep.
didn't live a rough life being black. And I don't think people understand, man, when you claim that black status, you ain't nothing but property
Yeah.
for this U.S. corporation. You're property to them. Like
Hmm.
when when your mother and father when your mother had you and you came out and you signed and they signed that birth certificate over to the U.S. corporation, you became property of the United States. You don't even belong to your parents.
Mm. Parent. Pair.
Yes,
A
right. A
pair
pair
that
that
is
rents.
renting you.
Right, right. They renting you. That's
Mm.
why that's why social service can come right into your house and take your child whenever they want to
Yes, they can.
at any given moment. Because they don't have no rights over you.
Yes.
So I don't think a lot of people understand that, man. When you live in that black code and that black status, you are just putting yourself deeper and deeper into the spell that they have already put you into. And that ain't nothing but slavery. It's
Yes.
not it's not it's not physical anymore. That's what a lot of people don't realize. It's past the physical now. Now it's a mind game.
Hmm.
Because we live in a game. This ain't nothing but a game. It's called the game of life, like the board game of life. That's what they put us in. They put us in the actual game of life. Monopoly, all of it. It's just a game. So if you don't wake up and realize, like, oh shit, they didn't put us in the game, bro. I gotta wake up. I gotta figure this game out.
Whew.
So when are we gonna wake up?
When are we gonna wake up? And you know what's crazy? Because like the Moors have been around forever. I mean, this is nothing new. This is nothing like rocket science. This is nothing out of, you know, the clear blue sky. I think a lot of times when we go to people and we tell them, you know, the birth certificate, the social security card, we talk about the jobs and, you know, when
Mm-hmm.
people, all of the, even down to the driver's license, you know, like
Right,
driver's license
right,
fraud and how the DMV is nothing more than just a collection agency.
right.
On behalf of the federal government. It's not even a federal government agency, right?
Nope,
So when
nope.
we really look at these different institutions that have been like grounded into us, right? Like how did you feel? Like regardless of like, you know, now I know and this is how I operate, things like that. Like how did you said that, you know, we've been like going through this whole life, this game of life, and we didn't even know. But like, how did you feel knowing that, you know, your children were being integrated into this system as well? Like, how did that make you feel? Because you're a family man. So how has this information affected your family?
Um, I would say both good and bad
Yeah.
because it's a lot to learn, man. Like I don't know everything yet. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like you really gotta kind of just baby step it,
Yeah.
but you also gotta be able to just keep going with it, just like you do with your everyday life. You gotta keep getting the information. You gotta keep informing yourself so you can inform others.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing. Like even right now, like I'm teaching Mello about the Moors, and you know, for history, we watched the Moorish American 720 channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which, man, I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't like to read, because a lot of people don't like to read, I get it. I was a person that didn't like to read, but if you want to watch some videos and get a lot of good knowledge, the Moorish American 720 channel on YouTube is perfect. Perfect for adults, children, anyone who wants to learn more about themselves.
Yeah.
So that's what I started to do for him. And you know, for my oldest two, they they've been on conspiracy theories way before me.
Yeah.
You know, so
The babies is always woke before us.
right, right. So my oldest two, you know, getting them to tap into it wasn't that hard, but you know, it's the hard part is keeping them going, you know, keeping them educated in it. Because you know they at that age where they want to do their own thing and listening to dad or whatever he's talking about. You know, sometimes you be like, all right, dad, you doing too much, you tripping. Because you know I have a tendency to go in on stuff when it's 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man.
Yes,
I'm gonna
but
go in
that's
on it.
the Sag
Yeah,
energy.
I got to. It's just a part of me, especially when I know it to be true.
Yeah.
I can't. What would I be if I didn't give you the information?
Yeah.
You know, what kind of person would I be if I didn't teach you and give you the information that you should know?
Yeah.
So it was and it still is. It's a process. It's still a process, you know, because it's hard. It's hard transitioning from one status and going to another status and living a completely different way. Because being a Moor, you have to live. You pretty much on your own.
Yeah.
You don't have the help that you used to get when you lived in that black status.
Hmm.
Which a lot of people want to keep the black status because a lot of people like to get, the whole, the government assistance and things that come along with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And being a Moor, you don't get that.
You don't
I
get
don't have like you said about driving. Like I don't even have a driving license.
right. I know you 3 years away, right?
Yeah, I don't have one.
Yeah, you.
No, because I don't even want to get jammed up
Yeah, for having both, right?
for having both. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll use that and attach it to your appellation, and now your appellation don't even stand anymore because they didn't attach it with your strong name.
Right. So it's either
So
you have to live one way or another way. You know, there is no
um,
straddling the fence, you know. But like you said, it is a transition. And so I know a lot of people just aren't ready, you know. Some people have husbands and wives or vice versa where, you know, they don't want to, I guess, offend them or make them feel some type of way, or you know how people still like look you know, people like look, they look to find like negative things in what people are telling you, almost like how you told me, you were like, yo, I didn't believe you, you know. So it's kind of
mhm.
like that, like how it's very hard. I mean, I don't even want to say hard. It is a difficult transition for especially people that are married, and their spouse is not even on that shit like at all, you know, at all. And here they come talking about some, you know, they want to live as a Moor. You know, they want to live as a, because living as a Moor is a private citizen. You are no longer living in the public sector. You are now
Right.
living outside of the corporation, which means that you have to live sovereign. Basically,
Yep.
is what Teddy is saying. Like you have to live
Yep.
sovereign. So, you know, you don't get the help of the government. You don't get you know, to a lot of Moors don't like to go in the stores and pay taxes, you know. So a lot of times
Right.
you can't go in the stores. You have to grow your own food. You know, you have to make your own clothes. It's so much to living this sovereign life that, you know, a lot of people, again, like you said, I don't want to get jammed up, and they'll end up getting jammed up. It makes me think about the squatters, like the Moorish squatters that be taking these homes that are vacant and shit, and like, you
All
know
right,
what I'm
man. They
saying? Like
tripping.
shit
They
be crazy.
tripping. Yeah, they tripping. They doing too much, yo. They doing too much. Like that happened last year a couple times. Yo, I was like, yo, they doing way too much. You can't just run up to somebody else and take that's yo, you stealing. You know what I'm saying? And that's a part that's in the treaty. That's in the treaty with that we have with the United States. You can't steal. Like you can't do that. And to be honest with you, it's in the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not steal.
Thou
So
shalt not
what are you
steal.
doing? Why are you
And guess what
stealing?
they came in and did? Stole the lands, stole the people, stole your
Right,
rights, stole your land,
right.
stole
Exactly.
everything. You know, and then wrote
Exactly.
it in a book. That's gaslighting. That nothing but narcissistic. That's narcissistic behavior right there. Like, how you gonna say thou should not steal, but you gonna come in and steal everything?
And he turned around and did it right to us. Took
Yeah,
everything. Came and took us though. That's what a lot of people don't understand. You know, a lot of people don't understand that they came and took our ancestors from here. We was already here. They came and took us from here, spread us out across this universe, and then came back and brought our ancestors back here and then put them back into slavery. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand that we were already here. And like you said, the Moors been around for forever,
yeah,
since the beginning of time.
yeah.
And Malcolm X even said it. He said that we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. When I was a kid, I didn't get it. Now I get it. I didn't understand it. And Martin Luther King said the same thing. He said we was here before the Pilgrims. We was here before the Indians. We was here before all of them.
Yeah.
So I don't think we understand that we have everything taken from us. And
We
just
have
like you said,
every right to this shit. Just we have every right to this land because the land is ours. Our blood
all right,
is in the land. Our ancestors are in the land. And I'm not talking about your slavery ancestors. I'm talking about your ancestors, your indigenous ancestors, you know, not even
right.
aboriginal, because aboriginal is actually like ab is taking away or in absence of. And so I like to go with
Mhm.
indigenous, which means that, you know, the original of the original. So
Right, right.
like to do the Aboriginal. So, somebody asked me if I still have my driver's license. I do still have my driver's license. I just want y'all to know that I do still have my driver's license, but I do have a Moorish ID, and I actually have a Moorish tag, and I am working on completely getting rid of all of that. But how was I gonna get my place? Like, I was trying to figure out how I was gonna get my place if I don't have no ID. I still haven't figured that out. I'm like, how am I supposed to get an apartment? So I did keep my shit. But I do have my Moorish ID, and I do have my tags, and yeah, they're on my car and all that shit. So, you know, it is what it is. So okay, so I want to go back to the shrooms, right? Because I remember when I came to your house. This was in Maryland, okay? And we did the shrooms together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We did the shrooms together. And so I really want to, because I know a lot of people are very curious about shrooms. A lot of people don't understand them, right? But I know that, you know, it was a pivotal part in your awakening. So can you kind of like talk about how that particular part, because I know you don't really do them like that anymore. I know I don't. Do you still take them from time
No,
to time?
I haven't done them in a while. I've been thinking about doing something though. I ain't
Me
gonna lie.
too. I definitely have. But I haven't done it in a while. It's been a few months actually since I've done it. So talk to the people about how like it helped you to push through a certain barrier almost that, you know, was almost like blocking you a little bit, so to say.
First thing, get this book right here.
Bruh.
This is a good book. I just started reading it though, because I'm reading like 3 or 4 books at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good book. But the shrooms, man, for one thing, my wife and I, we were already, you know, working on some things anyway, you know, with our relationship and marriage. So when the shrooms came along, it helped even better, yeah, especially with my mental.
Yeah.
Like it's way different than what everybody think, man. A lot of people are scared because they, you know, they hear stories and stuff like that. But you hear stories about all types of things too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people that smoke weed and then had some crazy stories. You know, heard people that drank that had crazy stories, pop pills or whatever. But the
Yeah.
shrooms, man, like, and a lot of Moors have taken shrooms.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
They it's just they tap into your mental, and then they open you up spiritually. Like you start to notice and see things that you haven't really noticed before your whole life, and it's everything starts to become more clearer to you. You start to have a better understanding of a whole lot about this world that we live in. And for me, it was just more of, like I said, just more mental than anything. And after a while, they started to I started kind of feel like real intense. So that's why I kind of like chilled off of them a little bit.
Yeah.
Cause like you said about me being a Sag, man, having that fire sign, like it really inflames me, and like whatever I'm focused on at that moment, I'm gonna go deep into it.
Yeah.
And it's I think everybody should try. I think everybody should try it, and I think everybody should have some type of experience. And you should realize that it's going to open you up, and whatever it opens you up to, you shouldn't be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the ride, because it's a ride. Just enjoy the ride, and enjoy the journey that's going to take you on, either mentally, spiritually, physically, because everybody's journey and path is different. So whatever it takes you on, just enjoy it, and just relish the moment. And to be honest with you, man, I think Focus posted something on a story probably like a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, if you still feel like you have some unfinished business or whatever, he said you need to keep going. And I was like, yo, I don't need to keep going. No, this is what he said. He said, if you can remember your last time that you did it, then you ain't done yet. I was like, yo, I don't remember the last time I did it. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't remember the last time. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I don't. I remember what happened, but I don't remember the last time when I actually did it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So he was like, yo, if you can remember, then you not done yet. I was, bro, like that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. So yo, but I don't remember. I'm gonna keep it 100, which I don't. So like you gotta keep going there.
I gotta keep going.
And even meeting him, man, like that was different too. Like meeting him, and
Man,
he
I sent him my plug and he moved to Georgia and go meet him in person. I'm like, I didn't even think to think of my damn self.
I didn't even know that was gonna happen. He literally lived like 5 minutes from me. Like, it's crazy.
Oh.
It's crazy. And he got that laid back, chill type energy vibe, kind of like me. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely the plug, man. He definitely the plug.
Definitely the plug. And I love Focus because he is spiritual. He's not growing it for recreational purposes. He's growing it for spiritual purposes, for holistic, medicinal healing purposes. And that's why, shout out to my sister out in Florida. Oh my God. Who sent me her? Oh, I forgot who it was that sent me Focus information. But either way, like I'm just so happy y'all linked up. I'm so happy y'all met. And I'm happy that you and Netaru got to link up as well. So that's
right.
Yeah. He moved out to Charlotte, so he gone.
He moved where?
He moved to Charlotte, but he said he's gonna be out here in Arizona soon. So
Oh, okay. I thought he had moved to I thought he was moving to Florida. But he moved to Charlotte though.
Yeah,
okay.
He went to Charlotte. That's what he told me. So I was like, all right, cool. Do your thing. Do your thing, bro. All right.
And so I learned a lot from him too, though. I learned a lot from him too.
He was the reason why I got hooked up with RV Bay.
Okay.
RV Bay, and that's how I found out about the books and the identification and all of that. So let's kind of talk about that real quick, because I know you did the RV Bay and you got the IDs and everything, but then I found Baylor Bay, is that his name? Baylor Bay.
Sharif Nine Feathers Bay.
Yeah, Sharif Nine Feathers Bay.
Right.
And he had it completely. He's actually over in China, so he overseas in China. But he had a completely different perspective when it came to how we were operating here in the States, especially as Moorish Americans. So do you want to talk a little bit about that and how you kind of maneuvered and transitioned to, you got a different type of identification now. So talk about that.
Yeah. So pretty much what I did is, I guess you can say I leveled up, and I got the Moorish American travel document. And to each his own, you know what I'm saying? You can still move with the RV Bay, you know what I mean? But
because Netaru does, he don't even got that.
Yeah.
That nigga be moving around with that ID, boy.
Yeah, he do. He definitely do. He does. And like I said, it's to each his own.
Yeah.
But I really think that and he calls this the Matt D.
Yeah.
Moorish American Travel Doc. He calls it the Matt D. And I really think when he created this for everyone in mind, being as though that everybody doesn't read. Right?
Yes.
So you can get your nationality done through RV Bay. But the question is, are you going to take the time and read the laws and everything that comes with you getting that nationality? Getting your nationality is the easy part.
Yeah.
That's easy. Getting that done is easy. But to actually study the law and understand the law, because that's the most important part, man. If you don't know the law and understand the law, you can still get jammed up just by saying the one word out of your mouth that can get you put in cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So when he created this, and here's my this is my travel document right here.
Like a passport.
Exactly, exactly. But it has all the laws in it. All the laws is in it, and it also has the treaty. The treaty is in here also. So when you first put me D to it, like I said, I checked him out for a while. You know what I'm saying? And I started to see, how he was teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And he also said something too, man. He said that your nationality card really isn't authentic until it's done by a council, an
Mm-hmm.
appointed council. And he's an appointed council of the Moorish American community.
Right.
So when he said that, I was like, okay. So that made me think. I'm like, all right, so am I not moving right or what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to not be moving right.
Yeah.
But I actually used my travel. I actually used my travel card in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Made the police mad and everything. So I've used it.
Yeah.
So it's not like like I said, like it's not like the RV Bay doesn't work. It works.
It
I've
works.
used it. But it's all about you on the inner side though. You can't let them break you.
Mm-hmm.
Because their whole purpose is to break you down.
Facts.
But with this right here, you ain't gotta say nothing. Everything's in here.
They
Not a
don't
word.
even want to touch that shit, right? They be like,
Yeah.
they don't even want
It's
to touch it.
and the best thing about it though is it's starting to populate everywhere.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
best thing about it though. It's starting to populate.
We rising.
And now now they're starting to be aware. Like you can hit the airport with it. I didn't seen videos of people in Atlanta hitting the airport with this document. So I know if I go to the airport, I already know I'm good. I'm not gonna have no problem. They already synced it. They already know what it is. So what's the point of me even? It's no even point of you arguing because everything's in here. They say it's official. They already know it is. So it's no need to even go into the whole argument back and forth. And that's the one thing I didn't like about the I guess to say the RV Bay card is because like I said, you gotta know your law
Yeah.
and you gotta be able to stand on it.
Yeah,
And
the info isn't on the card. Like it says some things on the back, but I feel like that book is more like, okay, well, if you don't understand, if you don't understand what I'm trying to show you, then here, you read that shit.
right,
And once they see that seal, they see that gold seal, that's kind of like, I don't even want to touch it. I think
right,
that
right,
it's definitely more inclusive. But again, like you said, or like even when I said, Netzeru, he moves with that ID, that regular RV Bay ID, the one that I have, the one that you have still, the original one. I even
yeah,
have the actual travel document ID as well. So I have
right,
both. So I have the ID, the Appalachian ID, and I have the actual travel document. But the one thing that Sharif did say that really piqued my interest and had me really look into it was the fact that the RV Bay ID still put the capital letters in there.
all caps,
And right now it's not all caps, but
all
it does
caps, yeah, but yeah,
right, but it's
right,
capital first with the lowercase, and it's supposed to be all lowercase
all
because
lowercase,
anything with the capital letter is going to tie you into who the corporation.
corporation, right,
So I thought, that was really interesting. This is how you know that like language and, words are truly spells. Because they create something that's completely different, when you capitalize, the beginning of a location, it makes it like a proper noun or some shit. And
proper noun, right,
yeah,
right,
so it completely changes the context in which, how it gives back its energy into the universe. So, for those that don't have the Moorish ID at all, and you are, looking to do, again, this is however it resonates for you. But even me, I want to get the Baylor Bay ID. I haven't gotten around to getting it. And I felt like shit. I'm like, I got my shit, I'm good. I got my shit, I'm good. But I want to retake my picture because I want to take it with my turban,
Right.
and all of that good stuff. So I actually do want to get another one with the correct
But
info.
don't you have your feds on in the one that you have? You don't?
I don't.
That's another thing he said too.
Yep, I
He
don't.
said if you taking your nationality ID and you don't have a fez or a turban on, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yep. And
And
so
when he said that, I was like, yo, that make a lot of sense because Neteru got his fez on and his on his nationality card.
he does.
But see, the thing is about Neteru, like I said, yo know his law, yo. He know his shit.
Got that talk
And he know how to talk. And he know how to talk. He know how to talk that talk. And he ain't gonna back down from nobody. So at the end of the day, when you that type of person, you can move like that. Cause you got a lot of people out here that doesn't want to be confrontational. So they like, look, bro, I ain't even going, I don't want no smoke with you. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Go ahead, enjoy your day. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But
Yeah.
what he talking is 100. You know what I'm saying? He was the first person that taught me that, yo, you ain't black. Black pretty much means that you are, it symbolizes suffering, death, and represents mourning. And, mourning is pretty much when somebody passes away at death, what everybody wear? They wear black.
They wear black.
So why is it that why do you want to be in a status of black when a status of black is pretty much saying you are dead? The black people are walking. They are the original Walking Dead. They are Walking Dead, and they don't even realize it. But then they wonder why they have so much suffering. Like why they suffering so much? Because man, you a dead man walking.
Facts.
You deserve to get all the suffering that come your way because you are a dead man walking. And you wonder why you get treated the way that you do is because you still living in that status. You are property.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, when you are property, you can't own no property. You wonder why you can't own that house. My parents, I don't know how long my parents been living in that house, man. And my father took out multiple mortgage loans and all that, and still don't own that house.
Yeah.
He never will. My father done work for the government and everything. He will never own that house because of that status that he lives in. But the one thing that is most important, man, is learning is getting property. Like Boo Boo, like grandma Boo.
Mm-hmm.
I know they didn't try to get her to sell that land multiple times, and
And
they
she
did
got
not do
all
it.
that land behind that house.
All of it, all of it.
I remember when I was young, they used to have pigs back there. What some chickens and some shit.
Pretty much a little farm,
Yeah.
My grandfather had a garden, everything. That they grew their own vegetables, all that, everything. Like my grandparents, they are the example of what we should be doing today.
Yes.
Like when you say we should be growing our own food, growing our own, our fruits and vegetables and things like that, they did it. I seen it. I can't even deny it. I seen it. I helped my grandmother and grandfather with the pigs and the chickens and the you know what I'm saying, the garden and everything. And that whole land is theirs. I didn't watch them build all around them. And I
That
was like,
whole
yo, I
area
know.
right there in Meadow Ridge, that whole area used to be country as shit. Like
Yep.
I mean, my mom is from that area, literally up the road. Right there is where my mom and all of them grew up in that little pink house. And they completely destroyed that house, and all of that land was theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They gave up the land. Like I remember my mom. I remember when I was younger going there after church, and my mom crying at the remains of the house in which she grew up in. and them not even having the knowledge to know that they could have took that land back. Just like how when Reverend Bird sent the church to the auction block and they was about to sell the whole damn church with the land to the Albions, who was going to build what was it, the manufactured homes and shit right there, because they built that whole little area up. And so the one thing that they're trying to do is to get rid of, you know, those original people that were there in that land. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this shit is real. And unfortunately, our people don't even know how to stop these things, you know, how to go in and intervene and say, you know, no, you can't take this, you can't take our land, this is our shit, you know, but they're not even in the correct status to do it.
To do it. So the thing is that I ask myself is, okay, what did my grandparents know in order for them to keep that land? That's what I want to know. And I don't think I'll never get the answer to that question. But I do believe my grandparents knew something.
You think they knew that you weren't really? I mean, okay, let's be real. Let's be real, Teddy, because there's a few generations in between where we kind of lost. But you have, like, for example, like my mom's mom, you know, Grandma Sarah, who grew her own, you know, who grew her own vegetables and all of that stuff, right? So I'm talking about that particular generation, right? If you ask a lot of those people in that generation, you know, are we black or were we black? And what are they gonna say? No, we got Indian in our family. We got Indian in our family. We Indian. That's what they're gonna tell you, that we're Indian. They're not gonna tell you that we black. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we're saying when we say, what did they know that we didn't know? So our status changed during the Civil Rights Movement. That's when our status officially changed. We also, not only did we become black, but we became African Americans.
African American, another status they put you in.
And Negro.
And people don't even realize African American and descendants of African Americans, which is black, Negro.
It's all the same.
Are supposed to be citizens. It's in the Constitution. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to you right now.
Come on with the word.
Right here, this Constitution right here. I got this from Barnes and Nobles. This was the last copy, actually, man. The white girl that tried to give me she said there wasn't no copy left. Then she showed me this copy. I was like, no, this will work. And this was actually better because it breaks down the Constitution. So you know how they hit you with the wordplay. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand the wordplay, you just gonna be lost. So when I got this and I started reading it, I was like, yo, they actually breaking it down. They telling you what they saying. So it says right here, the 14th Amendment explains, all persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens of the United States. In Dred Scott versus Sanford, 1857, the Supreme Court declared that people of African ancestry who had been carried to America as slaves could never be citizens of the United States. The 14th Amendment opens with a clear refutation of that decision. It's right here in the Constitution. It's telling y'all black people and African Americans that you are not a citizen. So then you wonder why you don't have no laws. Then you wonder why you don't get no justice. You wonder why the police treat you like shit.
Or you wonder why Biden passes all these laws to protect Asian people and everybody else but us.
Right. Because you ain't nothing but a crayon. They put you in a crayon box. Just think about that. They say you black. If you really look at your skin, my hoodie is black. Is your skin black though?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Looks a little coppery to me.
Right. So how you black? Like, come on, man. You gotta really just think. Like, how are you black? This is black, right?
Yes.
Not your skin tone.
And it's crazy that they give you the options. There is no like, oh, other, you know, blah 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 blah. It's
right.
Black. You even the white people are in a incorrect status. You know, we're only talking about us because, you know, we us, and this is what we're talking about. But even white people that check off white, they are in the incorrect status as well. The Albions, they're supposed to be naturalized, right? We would be nationalized, they would be naturalized. Two different things, right? Two different things, but it's the same process, right? When you're talking about people who are, even the Latinos, all of them, they're all incorrect statuses. There are statuses that are based on a corporation and not an actual country. You know, again, like there is no Blackistan, there is no, you know, Blackawania, or, you know, whatever, like Blackonia.
None of it. Because at the end of the day, you know, and then the black people wonder why, you know, the Chinese people come over here, the Koreans come over here, you know what I'm saying, the Indians come over here and they get everything. Because you know why? They're in the right status. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Chinese people, if you're Chinese, you're from China. If you're Russian, you're from Russia. If you're Italian, you're from Italy.
But if you black, where you from?
Crickets.
If you black, where are you from? If you're African American, where are you from? Are you from Africa? Are you from America? If that's the case, you should have dual citizenship. If we were really African American, we would have citizenship to America and to Africa. But we don't even have any citizenship anywhere. Nowhere.
Because you're not meant to have none. And that status, you're not meant to have none. And what's so funny is, man, I was talking to Melon one day. I said, yo, I never noticed when you apply for a job, you remember how they had black, white, and there was always that box at the bottom that said other. Nobody never thought about checking the other. Never thought about checking other. We never even knew it was a other.
No.
But now you can check that other box
and write
and be proud to check it.
And write more American
all day long. It's right there. So they giving you the option, but you don't even know you have that option to use.
They have to tell you the truth and the lie. It's a part of the spell. You know, they have to tell you, but the thing about it is that the only reason why you don't know within them telling you is because you've been programmed with the agenda. And so that's the backhand slap to it, is that we're going to tell you the truth, but you're so far gone, you're so brainwashed by everyone going around you, you're so worried about paying bills and this, that, and the third, and keeping up with the Joneses, that you don't even have the mental capacity to say, oh, wait, I could check other. You know, but because of the identity, oh, black is beautiful, black is strong, Black Lives Matter, blackity, black, Black Panther, black this, black that, black is this, black is that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be black, right? Because that sound cool. You know, they make it sound cool and dope until you read the Constitution and you find out that black don't even got no citizenship status.
At all. And it's funny you said the Black Panthers. The black militia last year that was leading their little militia down there, and I think it was, matter of fact, it was in Alabama. I just read probably a couple of weeks ago on Google that the leader of the militia is on a 20-year bid for what they organize. Now we are allowed to have a militia. Just want everybody to know that.
Yes, we are.
Just like the Europeans are allowed to have one, and I know everybody's seen the militias last year because they was out there.
Yeah,
we allowed to have one too.
What they call activate the, what do they call them? The something boys.
I forgot the name of it, man.
The something boys.
Trump boys. I call them the Trump boys.
He said some shit. Activate the something boys. I'm like, the who? Oh, the militia.
Yeah, the militia. So, you know what I'm saying? You are allowed to have a militia, but not in a black status.
Not in a black status.
You can't have one.
You can't hold arms. like lawfully,
Yeah,
they'll let you buy them all day, but they gonna come get them Jones. They
they
gonna
gonna
come
come get it.
take that shit.
Right, I know that firsthand. I know they will take your shit. They will take it. You can bear arms all day long. Your shit can be registered, and they'll take it. You can even have a shotgun, and I know I had a shotgun and a 9mm, both of them. Took both of them. Just straight took my shit. And I told them, I said, yo, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? You violate my rights. But I didn't know at that time that they wasn't violating shit. They was
You
just
don't have
taking
no
my
right.
shit because they could. I was like, oh, that's some crazy ass shit. I went and bought it. You can buy a shotgun over a certain age. You don't even have to register that motherfucker.
18,
And they took it.
and they took it.
So it's you gotta understand, man, that being in that status. And here's another book too I'm reading. It's called The New Jim Crow. Last
Make
book,
sure y'all
last one.
hold on, wait, put that other book up so that everybody can screenshot it real quick.
This one,
Ashay.
that's the Constitution. These Barnes and Nobles too. I got them at Barnes and Nobles. And then this one too.
Look at that. Knowledge of Self is on the Barnes and Nobles. Let me find out.
Because what we got to understand is that they create the Jim Crow law all the time, but they just do it in different ways.
Yes. It
That's
never
what
dies. It just transfers in different energy.
all the time. That's what we got to understand. We got to understand is that they're done with the physical because we you know what I'm saying, we passed that. So now they want to get the mind. Because it's like, if I get your mind, I got you.
So
And
the
then they'll put
mind, so is
everything
the
in your
body.
face. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told a lot of people, man, you gotta get your mind straight, man. Because if your mind ain't right, the rest of your body really ain't no good to you. So you gotta be mentally and spiritually stable. Spiritually is a big part of it, man. Like, it's actually the biggest part too. You gotta know who you are, both in and out.
Yes.
Not just on the outside. You gotta know yourself on the inside too. Cause we all got good and we all got bad in us.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy is it took me a while to understand what you said when you said I am the devil. I was like, yo, cuz tripping, man. The fuck she talking about? I am the devil. So
I know I had you bugging like, yo, what
yeah,
the
I'm
fuck
like, yo,
is she
she's
smoking?
tripping. So and when I had to think about it. I was like, okay, I understand where she coming from, yo, because we both have we have a dark side, we have a light side. Everybody has a dark and light side to them. You may not see the dark side, but they do have one.
Yeah.
And everybody's dark side is different. But everybody has a dark and light side to them. And like people say, don't push me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't push me. Because if you push me, you're gonna see that side that you not gonna like.
Yeah.
But real quick though, like I was on the book I just showed y'all, right in here it says it. The 9 African Americans' citizenship was deemed essential to the formation of the original union. This is right here, and this is in the book that I'm reading. So it's just not in the Constitution. And this book was actually written by, I think it was written by a lawyer. And so right there, she's telling you that you you don't have no rights.
The only thing they're using you for is free labor.
That's it.
Free labor.
That's it. And they still do slave drivers out here. They still do slave drivers. You just gotta watch. You gotta pay attention because they will slave drive you out here.
And Georgia.
It's just, oh yeah,
yeah.
It's. And I mean, I believe it's everywhere. I think I felt more slave driven in Maryland than anything. I think Maryland is uh, a wicked state, man.
It
I'm
is.
not even.
Well, I mean, I received a download not too long ago about the original 13 colonies, in which Maryland was one of them. And that's where the original curse happened. You know, that's where the original spell binding happened. And it's those original 13 colonies, hence the number 13. It is those original 13 colonies that truly hold um, the bulk of the blood, you know what I'm saying, and the energy that, um, you know, that is evil, you know. And so Maryland is one of them. I mean, me and you both, we both, like, I left first and you left not too long after that. You know what I'm saying? You was like, and you left like you was ghost, and you was like, oh yeah, cuz by the way, we moved to Georgia. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, what you mean? What Georgia? And then when we was out, like, I got to thinking when you left, I was like, oh, we got to go too. So, but
Man,
for real, like,
God told me, man. God told me I had to go. Yeah, God told me I had to go.
yeah.
He told me. He came straight to my face and told me, man, that day I had my spiritual awakening, he came to me and told me to my face, take your faith, take your family, and you get away from here.
And you get away from here.
And sooner or later, you're going to see why I told you to do that. With all this stuff that's going on, man, with the La Palma volcano,
Listen.
I don't think people putting two and two together, man.
Whew.
It's over there in Spain.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand that Spain was a big landmass for the Moors,
For the Moors.
and it was actually one of the last standoffs that they had. A piece of land over there that was taken from the Moors. It was done right there in Spain. So why do you think all that volcanic activity is going on right now over there? And it hasn't stopped. It's been going on since September.
Yeah. 3 months now.
And yeah, and from what I've been reading, they was like, man, they don't see no end in sight, and they don't see it getting any better.
Mm-mm.
And that's not the only volcano going on right now. There's like 2 or 3 more going on right now too, along with massive earthquakes everywhere.
There was an earthquake just in Tennessee. Today there was an earthquake in Tennessee, and there was one off the coast of Oregon as well. And I know that Yellowstone is starting to wake up as well. So, you know, the more that we rise in power, and I don't mean that with the pun, the more, but the more we rise, ooh, this nap. The more that we rise in power, the more that the earth, because the Moors, we are the earth, you know, that's in the Black Law Dictionary. You know, Moor is the land.
The
You know,
land,
we are the land. You know, this is why they took the physical land from us, because they know that, you know, we are embedded in the land. Why you think your skin look like dirt? You know what I'm saying? It's the color brown, copper, dirt. You know what I'm saying? Because you are a part of the dust of the land. You know, you are the true indigenous people of this land. And so the more that we rise and we wake up, the more that the natural entities of this entire planet will be going off. You know, all I keep hearing, payback is a bitch. Payback is a bitch, yo. And they're gonna pay with their life. They're going to pay with their lives. I hope these people understand that, you know. And again, like, it will only be in your best interest. I know someone was just asking, how do you actually go through with your status and your correction of status? There's a lot of steps to it, but it would be in everyone's best interest, especially if this resonates with you, that you go ahead and start getting your affairs in order. Start getting your affairs in order. I'm
gonna put Sharif in the comments.
Yeah, put his info in there. Also put RV Bay in there. Put both, just so that people can have a reference, because RV Bay is good for the books. Now, I love RV Bay for the material. I remember when I ordered about $100 worth of pamphlets off that joint.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so it's a lot of reading material that you have on there to educate you, you and your children as well. And shout out to you, cuz, for, you know, actually taking the initiative to teach your son. You know, you are homeschooling Mello now, and I'm sure that he appreciates that more because he has his father now teaching him who he really is. So I think that is so beautiful, and a lot of what all of us should be doing, you know, is moving away from the system altogether. So I completely commend you for that. There was
And
something
it's
I was ask. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's definitely been a rewarding experience for me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I want to get him early, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's and his generation, man, his generation, they listen.
Yeah,
They do listen. Like, Mello and like that and Kennedy's generation, they listen.
they
And
do.
they comprehend and maintain a lot. They know what you're talking about. So yeah, man, it's definitely been a great experience for me. And he told me like, Dad, I learned a lot from you. And you know what I'm saying? Mello learned different, man. All kids learn different. And I think that's why a lot of kids got left behind in school and they didn't pick up on their education because every child learns at a different pace. So his pace is way completely different than anybody else's pace out here. So I know how to teach my son.
Because he's your son.
Yeah. These when we was back in Maryland, man, his last year of school back there was, I think, the worst. Like me and my wife went through some of the craziest stuff with his teachers, man. And he has a aide in class with him and everything. And I actually knew the aide, like I knew him and everything. So it just didn't go right. Like, we got into it with the teachers. You know what I'm saying? We almost had like, got into an argument with his people that help him out and stuff, and in one of the meetings. And I was like, man, I can't do it no more. And like you said, man, coming from a background where my grandmother was a teacher, I went to school with her a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, it's people that I don't even know that still remember me when I went to school with her. And my mother was a teacher.
Yep.
And my father used to teach me when I came home from school. I learned more from him when I got home than I did when I was in school.
Yeah.
So I'm just pretty much just taking on, you know what I'm saying, what I was taught when I was a kid and just giving him the same knowledge and the same education, but I'm giving it to him in a different way. I'm gonna keep it real with him, man. And he loves it. He loves it.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm not mad in any type of way. And I advise anybody that can do it because everybody can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you can do it, it will make a big difference on your child's education, man. And they'll get to learn their real history because they really do need to know their real history. They need to know it and understand that what they was being taught in school ain't the way that this world is ran.
Listen, I think that um, everything that you're doing right now is very valuable to the future of the Moors, but for his future children as well, he will be able to. You have broken a generational curse, literally. Just by you homeschooling Mello, you have broken a generational curse. And so, or even generational cycles. I don't even want to say a curse, but, generational cycles. So, congratulations. Like, you not only have you leveled up, but you have checked off another box on your contract, and so that is just, beautiful. You waking up, not just, your son, but also your wife as well, too. And then, some of your family members we tried, but some of the cousins back home in Maryland, we tried. But
Man, I just can't do it. I
okay.
don't have the energy for it, man. Try and tell somebody that they not a citizen is just like, yo, bro, like, what you talking about? Why am I not a citizen? I got my social security card. I got my driver's license. I'm like, you just don't get it. Like
Oh,
everything is tracked. Like you've been tracked. You're gonna be tracked your whole life. Like you just don't understand it. You lost.
yeah.
And what people need to check out, man. I tell everybody this. And one of my cousins, he watched it. He couldn't even speak. Like he was just shook. Lovecraft Country, man.
Yes.
That show right there, and I can see why they won't re her up because they won't give her another season. She been trying to get another season. Nobody will give it to her. She didn't try Apple and every network, and they won't give it back to her.
Too much.
They gave out the secret.
Yeah.
I mean, all the secrets. Like we don't understand that when me and you say spell, some people look at us and be like, yo, you tripping. They ain't put nobody no spell. Man, yes, they did. And you can watch how they move too. Like we ain't gonna touch on the shape shifting and the how they use different skins and all that other stuff because it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. And how they use us. Our melanin is a power.
Yes.
That's why they want to be black. That's why they want to be brown so bad. Because they want that melanin.
They feel melanin and inject it into their skin. Not only that, but also to save them from that damn sun that's gonna fry their asses up.
It's gonna burn their asses up.
Yes.
It's gonna burn them up. Sooner or later, that sun ain't gonna go down. This is gonna be sunny all year long. Then what you gonna do? What's gonna happen when the winter gets shorter? Then it ain't no more winter. It's just summer and spring. You can't hibernate. Then what?
Then they building bunkers, the underground bunkers, so that they can get away from it. But eventually, you're gonna have to come up out of there when the underground goons start coming out and eradicating your ass about them grounds.
Exactly.
When our people start coming up out them graves, coming up out the ground and shit, and they start running you up out of there, you ain't gonna have no choice but to come out and you gonna fry. Yo, I can't.
Right.
Ooh,
right.
I can't wait. All right, look. So last thing, because you already know, I've been working. I know you've been going all day. But this has been such a great discussion, yo. I'm so blessed to have you here. So I just thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
The last thing I want to talk about is the IRS. Real quick. Let's just talk about the IRS and kind of just leave it at that. Because people be thinking I'm crazy when I say that the tax system is based on voluntary, it's based on voluntary compliance, right? So when because we've had this discussion and it's just like, what do you mean? So can you tap into a little bit about that, just on your knowledge, what you know, and how the IRS has been raping us since forever?
Well, for one thing, people need to understand that the IRS is just another entity.
Like the DMV.
That's it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I mean, Trump told y'all didn't have to pay your taxes.
Trump told you.
Everybody thought Trump was tripping when he said that.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga, he tripping. What you mean you got to pay no taxes? You don't. Do y'all really think that don't rich people pay taxes?
Yo, my turban coming off.
They don't pay taxes. And to be honest with you, the IRS ain't nothing but a P.O. box. That's it.
A P.O.
That's
box.
all they are. That's all. That's all they are. So, but if you want to put yourself, like I said, in that black status, yeah, you're going to pay them taxes.
Yeah.
You're going to pay every last one of them. But when you are in a tax obligatory status, not a tax exempt, it's two different meanings. Look it up. Exempt and obligatory is two different meanings. When you put yourself in that tax obligatory status, taxes don't pertain to you. Why would you want to pay taxes?
If anything, we should be having taxes paid to us.
Us.
Because they're doing business on our land. They're using our resources to conduct business. So per contract law, we are actually entitled to percentages of their profit, whereas we are actually paying them instead. So these are just, I don't even want to say, they're not perks, because it's not a club. It's not a cult. It is your life. It is your birthright. it is your birthright. When you are born into this existence, when you come into this world as an infant, just like, you know, Teddy said in the beginning, as soon as you're born and your parents sign that birth certificate, it's a wrap. You know, it's a wrap. And I did it, and a lot of other people
I did it.
you know, especially you know, that hospital is a traumatic experience for a lot of melanated women, for a lot of Moorish women, because, you know, a lot of us go in and we're not married. You know, we go in and we're out of wedlock. You know, I know because I had my daughter in North Carolina, and I had to sign paperwork that said that I had her out of wedlock. I still got the paperwork to this day that says that I had my daughter out of wedlock. Okay, so this is like, as I really sit and I think about the whole experience, the birthday experience with my daughter, it was very traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a cesarean, and it was basically a forced cesarean. You know what I'm saying? And so again, like, that status creates almost like it's like a forced lifestyle. You know, again, like you said, like, we've been living in a lie the whole time. We've been living under a spell, and literally the spell is casted as soon as, you know, you have that baby in that hospital. That spell is casted, and it's a wrap. You know, it's a wrap. So, and then you have to apply to get the Social Security card, which you get, you know, in a few days, or excuse me, a few weeks. And what's crazy about the Social Security card, we didn't even tap on this, you know, getting away from the taxes, because that's just very straightforward. But if y'all take a look at your mail and go through your mail, you will see on your mail that your name is in all capital letters.
All caps.
Your name is in all capital letters. If you look at any piece of mail, any contract that you sign, whether it's medical, whether it's a car payment, car insurance, a regular degular bill, your light bill, okay? When you apply for your apartment complex, everything, your name is in capital letters, okay? And that is the tethered version of yourself, aka your straw man, right? So when you're born, you have your natural body, which is your flesh and blood, okay? And then you have your corporation entity, which is your business entity, and how you will operate within the corporation. See, this is how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
This is how they get you. So they create two different people, but I'm sorry, my term is falling, and it's just getting on my nerves. But
nah, so you right though.
They create two different energies, and the one energy is going to operate in the corporation, you know? So again, like I said, this is your business. So this is how, like, your debts are not your debts. Everything that you think that you have a debt, it's already paid for. There is no, you're paying, like your car, you paying a car note, your car is already paid when you get it.
Already paid for. It's already yours.
It's already yours.
It's your private property. You don't have to put no tags on that motherfucker. You don't have to have a driver's license. You don't have to have insurance. You don't. It's up to you what you want to do. Everybody has a choice in the matter. So it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to put tags on your car, go ahead. But know this. When you put any tag on your car, that car belongs to that state. So you run around with Georgia tags, that car belongs to the state of Georgia. So that's why the police have the right to pull you over whenever they want to, because that car belongs to them. Now, if you run around with Morse tags, which I gotta send you something too, man. It's another legit joint where you can get some tags with your Matt D. Okay. And it'll have your Matt D number on the tag. So I'm gonna send you that. Okay. But yeah, you can ride around with your Morse tags on, and I'm about to get those. But you gotta know, you gotta stand in your truth, because they gonna fuck with you.
Oh yeah.
They gonna fuck with you. But at the end of the day, they know the difference between traveling and driving. There's a difference. Okay. If you're driving, you're doing commerce. That means you out there working. If you traveling, you just going from A to B. Traveling, going from A to B. I don't need a license to travel. I don't.
A license to do business. That's why you have business licenses to conduct business.
Business. That's what it's all about. And just like you say, you can operate in your strong name. You can, but you better know how to operate in it, because you can operate in your straw name as a business. Yeah. So say if I want to take my straw name and say my detailing business can be Teddy's Detailing. So that's my business. That's my business entity. But they can't take my business entity and make it be me personally.
Yeah.
Or and say, okay, well then you're Teddy. No, that's my business name.
My business name.
So there's two different duality, like you said, duality.
It's always dual.
You can jump in and out.
That's why
it's up to you, but you gotta know how to move.
And the tethered you, which is your straw man. It's duality. You know, they're trying to appease the universe, you know, through aligning with the universal laws. But the thing about it is that's they're doing it out of spite, you know, and out of evil acts, and with the intent to destroy, but to also
destroy you. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want to destroy you. So a lot of us don't understand that. We don't understand that we can move in two different ways, but you just got to know how to move. The Europeans do it all the time.
Yes, they do, bruh. Yes, they do. That's how I found out about putting your business name, because basically, like, for example, let's say like you're out doing business and the police pull you over. You can actually sue the police department for taking away your business time, like them intruding into your you like, yo, I'm out here conducting business and you're taking away my money. You know, I was on my way to meet a client and now I'm gonna be late, so I'm losing $200. You know what I'm saying? So you can actually sue the police department for $200 for them basically wasting your freaking time.
Yeah, exactly.
For pulling you over, because they're not supposed to be pulling you over. Being a police is not policing the roads, it's policing other shit, but it's not traffic. It's not traffic shit.
Yes. Like, they're supposed to protect and serve, man. It says it right there on their car. To protect and serve. That's what they're supposed to do. The police pulling you over, they're not even supposed to hit them lights on you in the car. That they already violated. That's a violation on them.
Because it's like obstructing your view or something, right?
Yeah, obstructing your view, but they're not supposed to pull you over for no tail light being out.
Oh yeah, for tail lights. Yeah, okay.
For your tags being suspended. You like you said,
your
speed limit
being suspended.
Yeah, all that. As soon as they hit that light, you have the right to ask them, sir, did I harm anybody? Have I killed anybody?
Corpus delicti. Is there any harm to anybody here?
Anybody. Did I harm you? No. Okay, so why are you pulling me over for? What's the point? So if you don't understand that, that's what I mean. You gotta know the law, man. If you don't understand what they are actually doing to you, they're gonna take advantage of you. And little do you know, that's harassment. Police harass you all the time. It is harassment. And you have the right to tell them, like, officer, you are harassing me.
Yes. And you do not have to
tell you, no, I'm not.
The car. You do not have to give up your ID. You don't have to say a damn thing, because you actually have the right to remain silent.
Silent. You tell me that. I have the right to remain silent. So I don't say anything. You don't even have to wind the window down all the way.
You could crack that bitch.
Crack it. Just enough for them to hear you. And you can hear them. Shit.
Sir, roll your window down. No, sir, I can hear you right here. I'm sorry. Is there an issue? Is someone hurt? You know,
right?
Is there damage to property? I'm sorry. I'm working right now, sir.
Anything.
You're taking away from my workday.
And when you give up that space, when you give up your private space and wind that window down all the way, just pay attention to all the videos that we've seen of black people getting shot in their car.
Yes.
What happened? The window was down all the way.
All the
You didn't
way.
give up your private space now. So now they have the right to do whatever you want.
If you put a welcome mat on your door, they have the right to come in as they please. Welcome.
You told them, come on in.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I remember when I first moved in here, there was a guy that lived here that I guess the police, he was looking for him, and they come pounding on my damn door. And I said, I didn't even open the door. May I help you? Yo, I went to the peephole to go see who it was. They had their finger over the peephole.
And they do that too. They do that sneaky ass shit.
And I said, how may I help you? I had the door closed. This is Gilbert Police or Mesa Police, whoever. They said, we're looking for Tyler Rice. I'm like, I'm sorry, but we just moved in here. Maybe they lived here before. I'm here with just me and my daughter. Thank you. And I walked in, and I didn't even open the door. But the fact that they had their finger over the peephole like that.
Peephole? Right. Because they wanted you to open the door.
They wanted me to open the door. And literally, I was actually going to open the door. And I said, oh, hold on, wait, no, don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even going to open the door because now I'm inviting them.
Yeah.
I'm basically
you giving up your right.
Open.
Yeah. You giving up all your rights. Soon as you open that door, soon as you wind down that window, you giving them the right to put their arm in your car, to open the door, to drag you out the car. But when you see videos of Moors in their car and they got that window just barely, and I ain't even want to say Moors. I've seen Europeans do it too. Yes. Watch some YouTube videos, people. I'm trying to tell you, it's not a game.
Yo, them Europeans are more woke. I'm telling you, yo, they know them laws like them because their ancestors made them.
Right. They made it. They know it like the back of their hand, and they spit it right in their face. And what's so funny is I told my son today, the speed limit is a suggestion. It's a suggested speed limit. It's not the speed. It's not the limit that you should be driving.
It's not the
car. Law. It's a suggested speed limit. That's what it is. Now you can go overseas, over in Europe, go to the Autobahn, and you can go as fast as you want. No speed limit, no nothing.
Yes.
So why is it that over here you giving me a suggested speed limit, but if I go to another completely different continent, I can drive as fast as I want? It's completely different. Even when you go into these different continents, they don't look at color. There is no color. There is no black. There is no white. Yeah, you're just natural people.
You know how many people I know that came from Jamaica? Because I know a lot of Jamaicans. And it was like, yeah, I didn't know I was black until I came to America. Like they said they didn't know that was a thing. Like they're like, I'm Jamaican. Like, what do you mean I'm black? They didn't know anything about being black until they came to America. And these are Jamaicans, y'all. Bumbleclot. Like, I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? Bumbleclot. Like, seriously? Yes. These people don't know nothing about no crayon colors until they come over here. And someone was saying earlier in Texas, I saw the comment of how the Latinos are coupled in with the whites. So that just tells you a lot. They even treat the Africans better when they come over here from Nigeria and Senegal and South Africa and all these other, African countries. They treat them better than they treat us.
And guess where Barack from?
Kenya.
Ghana.
Ghana. That's right. Ghana. That's right. And he'll tell
you. It's a video on YouTube.
Identify as black or African American.
He said it right on YouTube. He said I'm happy to be your first opponent, Ghana president.
Right.
I said, well, damn. And y'all niggas thought he was our first black president. Nope. He tell you right in your face. He even signed the Indigenous Treaty back in 2000 and 2010. I want to say, yeah. Signed the rights of the indigenous people. Article 6. Every indigenous individual has the right to a nationality.
Every individual
Individual
has a right
right
to
to a
nationality.
nationality. And that was signed by your president, Barack Obama, back in 2010. Look it up.
But again, they know that we've been so brainwashed and we want to be black so bad because why? Black Lives Matter,
And,
right? Black Lives Matter.
which was another entity created by the government.
Bruh, that whole Marxist movement right there was just oh my God, it's just a slap in the face. And then we could talk about all
That shit just
lives
made shit
matter.
worse. Yeah. That Black Lives Matter movement made things 10 times worse.
It did.
Now you got Europeans out here rocking Black Lives Matter hoodies and t-shirts and shit. I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
You guys should, oh my God, this is so terrible what they do to those black people. First of all, I'm not black, so I don't know those black people.
Right.
I'm not black, so I'm not sure who you're talking about, but I'm not black. You know, and they be like, what do you mean you're not black? You look black. Nah, sis. Like, you know, the spell is real. The spell is real.
And somebody just said it, man, divide and conquer. That's what it's all meant for. That's pretty much just what it's all about. Is divide and conquer. And even and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. You told me too. Even the Moors are divided.
Hold on, go ahead.
Even the Moors are divided. It's sad to see our people can't even come together and be able to do something positive and get our people together as one. I don't understand. And when I see them acting like that, I said, man, how you call yourself a Moor? You still black, bro. You still a nigga. You still a nigga. You ain't learned. You ain't learned. And just like Yo said the other day when we was watching Kush live video, and he was saying how everybody is, how the Moors are stubborn, they hard headed, and just got a lot of pride. They do. Because everybody wants to be a teacher, but nobody want to learn.
Everybody wants to be right.
Everybody. And nobody wants to sit back and allow anybody. Nobody wants nobody to lead. That's why you gotta lead yourself. Meaning you gotta educate yourself and inform yourself.
I feel like that's also I feel like that's also what dismantled us in the beginning as well. Is that, we became so infatuated with wanting to be the only one or the number one, that we kind of lost ourselves within ourselves, and so we see that starting again,
Yep.
where we're trying to rise, but the only reason why it's putting a damper on the movement and almost like an infiltration, you know what I'm saying, is because everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to be the one. Everybody wants to be the one with all the downloads. Everyone wants to be the one that, has that transmission from spirit. Everyone wants to be the number one to know all the answers and shit. But it's like, yo, we are unlearning. We are all unlearning and relearning right now. We are all students of life. Yes, you may know some things. Yes, I just like, how I came and I taught you some things. I came to the house before I left Vegas and we had a whole teaching session, with the baby. Mm-hmm. But now you've taken that information and you become your own teacher. Why is it that I have to be the one just teaching you? I'm still freaking learning my damn self. Exactly. So we just have to, I don't even want to say we have to be humble. We just have to be willing to we have to be willing to be students of life again. That's it. We just got to be willing to want to learn.
That's it. And take the initiative, man, to educate yourself. Yeah. That's what I think a lot of our people we got lazy and comfortable, man.
Yep.
Nobody wants to pick up a book and read. Nobody, I mean, they made it easy for you, man. Like, you can't turn on a YouTube video, watch YouTube. Like, it's just, but they don't believe that. But you'll believe all this celebrity bullshit. You believe all this stuff they tell you on the media and all this other stuff, but you won't believe your own people telling you about who you really and truly are. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that same energy on, I tried to do Facebook again, man. I can't do Facebook, man. I hate Facebook.
Man, fuck Facebook, man. What you mean?
Facebook is some bullshit. I can't do it. And when I tried, when I try to do it and try to, I pay attention to stuff, man. Like I pay attention to how many people watch this story and like how, what they look at and what they don't look at. So I started to pay attention and be like, yo, y'all just don't get it. Y'all not gonna get it. And I know a lot of people on Facebook. Like I know more people on Facebook than I do on whatchamacallit, on Instagram. I know a lot of people. And I just look at it like, yo, y'all lost. Y'all not gonna never get it. It's no point. And at the end of the day, I look, and like my wife said, it's called lookbook, because that's all everybody do is look. They don't do nothing else but look on it. And nobody wants to be educated. Nobody wants to take the time, even when you give them the information. Like I posted a video with T.I. saying that black is not a nationality. You don't have no rights. This is T.I. telling y'all. T.I. telling y'all. Y'all don't believe him? You won't believe me. So let me see if you believe him. He's telling you. But I guess y'all don't believe him. I guess he crazy too, because he been categorized as crazy too. So I guess he crazy too. That's fine. I'll take the crazy guy.
He talked about the Moors.
Oh, Waka Flocka plugged in all the way, 100, all day long. That's why I think he hopped out the rap game, because he plugged in, and his wife from Baltimore.
Yeah.
So. Yep. They plugged in, man. They plugged in. I fucks with Waka, man. I fucks with Waka. He definitely plugged in all the way. He know who he is. And matter of fact, I posted a video with him on Sway, because he was on Sway talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
How he was like, yo, I ain't black, bro. He said my grandmother is Native American. And they was
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Your grandmama will tell you that they were Native American. They're not gonna claim black. They're gonna be like, what you mean we Indian? I'm telling you, yo, straight up. Like my father and them, in the deep South. My father, he's from Georgia, Lumpkin, Georgia, right, where my father was from. And they grew up in Columbus as well as Arlington. And so his family is part Cherokee. His grandmother, I believe, was like full-blooded half Cherokee and half Moor. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's really the same thing, but half melanated and half Cherokee Indian. So, my father, he said even him, growing up, he was, my father, he was very fair, very light-skinned.
Yeah.
And so in his whole family is the same way. His brothers and sisters are all very fair, just like him. You know what I'm saying? So like, and he told me, he was like, we didn't classify as black. And my father, he was born in 1941 or 42, rest in peace to my father. But he was born in the early 40s. And he's like, no, like my grandmother associated herself with being Indian. So ask y'all grandmamas, ask y'all grandmothers, right, if y'all are still fortunate to have your grandmothers that, were born in the early 40s, the 20s, the 30s, even the late 40s as well. They will tell you, no, we didn't identify as black. We identified as Indian, and then when they say that, ask them what the tribe was so that you know the exact tribe. My even though I'm adopted, my birth last name is Collier, and that is a very I forgot the tribe, but it is a Native American last name. Collier. It's actually French, but so like very much Creole ties and all that good shit. Louisiana, deep South, deep South ties. Yeah, right, deep South is Collier. So a lot of y'all, again, like we've been discussing this whole time, a lot of y'all need to start digging deeper, looking at your matrilineal lineage, because that's where you're going to find your direct link to your indigenous roots.
Yep, to your ancestors. You're going to find out who you truly are. You got to dig deep into that family tree. You got to come from off the branches and get down into the roots of the tree. That's what they didn't teach us. They didn't teach you that in school. They just taught you the branches.
Yes.
But in order to have the branches, you got to have the roots.
Yeah.
So how are you going to figure out what the branches is until you got to figure out the roots first? And that's what we never found out. We never found out our roots, where the roots started from. And like you say, God rest both my grandparents. I don't have neither one of my all my grandparents are gone. I don't have none of my grandparents.
Yeah.
But both of them, all of them, like Matthewstown was a community. Like they own the whole, like there's a road called Matthewstown. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole community.
Yeah.
But now you go down there now, man, and like and I love my Uncle Roger, man. My Uncle Roger keep it 100 a buck all day long. Been in the war, everything. And he told me, he said, man, whatever you do, don't ever let that last name go. And I didn't. I just changed the spelling on it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But I always kept that in mind because I knew that Matthews really stood for something.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? When you do your research on your name, man, you understand what your elders are telling you. So I just spoke to my Uncle Roger yesterday, man, and he was just talking about how he still owns his land, his property, but how he looks around the rest of the town and it's just being taken over by Europeans because all my family has let go of the land. You know what I'm saying? The roots. You know what I mean? That we were embedded over there.
Yeah.
So now it's just gone. And like you said, man, I'm fair-skinned. My mother is fair-skinned.
Yep.
My aunt still is fair-skinned. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. My aunt Bev. And
Aunt Bev, man, she was a diva. Okay.
Yeah, man, that's my baby right there, man. Like losing her really really did something to me.
Yeah.
And but them just when you look at their skin tone, you can't say that it's not no Indian in them because it is. But you know what they used to tell us though? They used to tell us, oh, you got some white in you.
You got some pretty hair, right?
Yeah, you got some white in you. They try to tell you that they would tell you that that your ancestors was raped by their slave master. That's what they would tell you.
They still say
I heard that. I heard that shit a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
That was another lie they told you though, because they didn't want to tell you the truth. The truth is that you are indigenous. You are natural. You are a natural person. There's two different people out here, man. And you are the natural being. You're not anything else but natural. So at the end of the day, y'all gotta realize, man, you were made naturally. A black person is an artificial person. I just want to let y'all know, man, you don't want to be an AI. Because that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to change everybody into an AI, change their DNA. That's what they really want to do. But you are a natural person. And you were made naturally. That's why you're supposed to put natural things into your body, and not put all the other stuff into your body. So it's like I said, man, like I said at the beginning, it's a lot to learn, but at the same time, man, it's worth it. Yeah. It's worth it. And you was put on this earth for a reason, man. And you wasn't put here just to go along with the get along or as they would say, follow the trend. Don't be a trender, man. Be a trendsetter. And I think I take a lot of pride on that, man. Just being different. Like I was different in school. Like I didn't follow anybody else. I dressed how I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I carry myself how I wanted. I think I always knew who I was before I actually knew who I actually was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be awakening and then actually walk in that path, it's a whole nother different feeling. And I think I'll make my grandparents proud.
Yes.
I think I'll make my my aunt proud.
Yes. Just
to be the one in the family to stand up and be like, look, this ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know at the end of the day, when when I'm gone and I move on to the next chapter of my life from here, my actual real spiritual journey, and be able to walk with those ancestors, I know I'm gonna make them proud. And if I don't want to do anything, man, I do want to make them proud.
Yes.
I think that's the most important thing is to make the people that was here before you
Proud.
that, yeah, don't make what they did for you and
Go.
your family just to go to waste.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They fought hard for their life and their livelihood just so that you can have a better life. And you know what I'm saying? We can't get mad at our parents for not, teaching us the right way because they was taught differently too. That was a different era for them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So they grew up in some times where they was taught different. And you know what I'm saying? And even to this day, man, like, I love my mother and father to death. And they tell you to honor your mother and father, which you should.
Absolutely.
But it's hard. It's hard to honor them
It's
when
hard.
you walk in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother texted me Thanksgiving. Text me happy Thanksgiving. And I politely sent her the message with Noble Drew Ali had told everybody. And it was crickets. Nothing.
It
Ain't
was
say nothing.
great.
It was crickets. She ain't say
Why
nothing.
do
She
you
ain't
always like that?
I mean, hey man, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I ain't gonna.
Nah,
I
I
ain't
feel
gonna.
you.
I can't feed into it. You know what I'm
My
saying?
mom today, and she was like, "You not gonna put up a Christmas tree?" And look, here go Kennedy. No, maybe next year. Like, but Kennedy, she already know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
She's like, "No,
right.
maybe next year." She's like,
And,
"You
and
not gonna put
that's
a
funny.
little Christmas tree up?" We like, "Nah, sis, we ain't putting up no Christmas tree. You already know what's up, Janice. Why you playing right now?"
And you
But
know
you
they
know,
they do that though.
they still, it's again like it's a program. So it's hard to come out of it when for years, you've been doing these traditional things. I know with me and my family, we went, you remember back in the day when we used to have big Christmas gatherings and we'd
Man,
be opening up gifts for hours. You know what I'm
hours
saying? Like
going house to house,
house to
like
house, everybody this, and now it's crickets. It's crickets
yeah,
now. No, everyone's inside because they're afraid to be around each other because now this new bullshit strain is coming out. And it's just so many things that are changing, but they're changing for the good, and people don't even realize it. People think that they're losing the holidays, they're losing family traditions when you're actually gaining your sovereign mind back. It's just that we've been so programmed. You know what I'm saying? We've been so destroyed and programmed by this agenda that all we think is that, oh my God, the family traditions is over. And it's like, okay, but we need you to make your own traditions now. It's time to start
right,
doing doing things that are supposed to be done,
right,
indigenously. So
right.
our parents will never change. Their generation is far too gone. All we can
Yeah,
do is just continue to build up ourselves and to build up the babies that are going to come after us. So that's all we can really worry about now. Our parents, they've done their job. They raised us. They brought us this far. They've done all that they can do, and all we can do is, like you say, honor them, and give them their flowers while they're here. Because really, why are we blaming them? Blaming them for what? What is that going to do for you? How is that going to benefit you, in the long run? It's not. So
nah,
instead of us, continuing to, bash our parents and to, make them, make it seem like we're a victim of the things that they didn't do, it's time to do. Oh my God, my cat is being crazy. She done turned my light off. Now it's time for us, to continue on the legacy. So anyway.
right. And that's what it's like you said, man. That's what it's about. It's just continuing the legacy and just making it better for for the generation after us, our kids after us, our grandkids, and just so they can have a better life, and knowing that there's nothing out here that you can't do for yourself. You don't need anybody else. You can do it for yourself, man. You can do it all day long. And I look at my wife. She's very successful in what she's doing right now.
Yes.
With her clothing. And I look at Leia, man. Leia jamming right now on tattoos. Like she been tattooing. I think she started like not too long ago, but every since she started, every weekend she'd have had a tattoo, and she good. And that's what I love about, man. That's what I love about our people, man. When we tap into something, we tap into it.
We are so
Like, you know, it's you ain't gonna get when you get something from our people, it's gonna be 100.
Yep.
Because we give it everything that we had. And that's why it's so important to, you know, really claiming your nationality, man, and understanding who you truly are, because you're gonna give it even more. You know what I'm saying? Because why wouldn't you not want more though? Why would
And
you not
before,
want
why
more?
wouldn't you want more?
Why not?
Yeah.
Like I don't why not? Like why we were put here to want more, not settle for less. This is our land. God promises this to us. This is the promised land.
The land of milk and honey.
That's it. That's it. So you know, I just want everybody to pretty much understand that, you know, we hold the key. We hold the key, and as parents for our kids, we hold the key for them, for their generation. So we got to unlock our mind so they can understand that we have the power and the knowledge to take over. Because that's what sovereign is, man. Sovereign is being a king, authority, a queen, a king and a queen. You look up sovereign, you'll see. That's what it means. It's to take over. You have the power. They don't have the power. God tell you, man. I know. I look. A lot of people don't mess with the Bible, but the Bible tell you, it's right there. God tell you. He tell you, I'm a sovereign God.
Yeah,
So
I
he's
lost
sovereign.
my interest in the Bible, and literally, I picked it back up because I realized that a lot of the answers are in the Bible.
It's right there.
A lot of the keys are in the Bible. It's right there, you know. But they just use the book as they weaponize that book instead of actually using it for what it was supposed to be used for,
Yeah,
which is a it's a truth telling book. You know, it has
that's
a
what
lot of
it is.
secrets and a lot of spells and everything in it. So, you know, again, like a gun can be used to kill someone, or it can be used to protect, or it can be used to teach, you know. And so how you use the actual object, you know, is how it will you know will come off. So
It's up to you. And they use the Bible to divide and conquer too. That was another
yeah,
tool they
divide and
used.
conquer, exactly, of course.
Yeah,
The
and
separation
that
of
was
church and state, we already know that.
yeah, and that was their number one tool, because Christianity ain't nothing but a European religion.
Yes.
So people got to understand that, you know what I'm saying, you practicing Christianity, all you doing is serving their God,
Yes.
not the actual God that gave you life and gave you breath. That's what you're worshiping. And people don't understand that, yeah, yes, he had a son, but Jesus was not meant to be worshipped. He was just a prophet.
There you go.
Just like we sit here right now, and we prophesizing to these people right here right now. That's what he did. He
Yep.
wasn't meant to be worshipped, and that's what happened, man. They put him on a pedestal and kind of pushed God to the side, but not realizing if it wasn't for God, he wouldn't be here.
But think about it. They put the figure of Jesus in front of the Son. In
Yeah,
front of the Son. Okay? And made him the Son of God, the S-O-N, instead of the
yeah,
S-U-N. So they
yeah.
even played on that word and put the spell on you. That's a spell right in front of your face. And
Right in front of your face,
they picture Jesus with the halo in front of the Son. And it's
in
just,
front of the sun.
are you kidding me?
They do it right in front of your face, man, and they've been doing it for so long,
Yeah.
and we don't realize that it's just been a mind game the whole time. And until we understand that, it's just going to be
A cycle.
it's a big cycle that just has to be broken, man. It just has to be broken, and like you just said, and like I said, don't get the Bible twisted, man. It's all there. Everything is right there for you. It is the biggest prophecy that you ever gonna get. And we are living in the times that are in the Bible. Revelations right there. I'm telling you. It's not gonna get any more clearer than that. So we just gotta understand that, man, and live in it and understand that we are the rulers of this nation.
Time is up.
That's it.
Time is up. Their covenant is done. And they're actually overextended their stay. Because they wasn't even supposed to rule this long. Long. They've overextended their stay. They've taken their science and they've relapsed time. They've restarted time. They've stopped and started time again. You know, they've manipulated through, you know, media, social media, and different aspects of, you know, the zodiac signs and everything. They've done so much science to destroy this world in order to stay in power. But time is up. Time is up. Finally.
And the Moors are awakening, man. I just want y'all to know. And they know it too.
They know it.
And they having a hard time stopping it to the point that they're killing each other. We are awakening. And the more we awake, the more that they die.
The more they die.
Because
it's called the ayat. We are balancing out, you know, the reciprocity. It has to happen somehow, some way. And the only way to do that is to get rid of a lot of them in order to balance out all that has been done or taken away, I should say. You know, it's divine justice. You know, it's divine freaking justice. So do you have any last words?
I just want to thank you. Thank everybody for coming on and listening. And, you know, we definitely got to do it again and dig in some more. Like I said, it's a lot.
I have a whole study session, Just Teach Me Thursday. So, you know.
It's definitely a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. So we can start diving into some topics and, you know, doing some book work and some reading and, you know, really breaking some shit down, because I'm definitely with it. I think it's definitely time to do it again, but also for you, you know, really, you know, getting out here and teaching. You said something about Kush Day, y'all. I love Kush Day. I'm so glad I found that dude, y'all. Like he is a trip, but he has some great books and materials.
Definitely.
So he's definitely
I love his energy, man. He got that good energy. You can tell when somebody got good energy.
Yeah.
And that's why I mess with Sharif a lot, man. And he been getting a lot of slack lately because people hating on him. Because what he doing is 100. Like, you can't deny what he doing. It's 100.
Again, like I said, everybody wants to be the number one, you know, and never the actual the student. So, and
somebody asked me about the ID too. And I know you're gonna post this to your whatchamacallit. I'm gonna put his IG tag name in there.
Okay, yeah. When I upload the video, you can just add the tags, because I was gonna do that as well. So because if I put it here, it's gonna be lost. So they don't show comments when you upload.
And one more thing, he gives you everything. I went through the full process with him, just not the nationality card. I did my travel document, and he gives you a live certificate of birth. A brand new certificate of birth with the seal on and everything. So, man, when I tell you it's A1, it's A1 all day long. I wouldn't steer nobody wrong. So he's definitely somebody you want to check out. You know what I mean? He does a lot, you know what I'm saying, for our people, and what he's doing is positive, and he's definitely just helping people to the light. That's what we are here for, man, just to help people to the light and just get out the dark.
Yes. And real quick, for just one last thing, like claiming your nationality, honestly, it starts with yourself. You know, shout out to Taj Tariq Bey, who always says that it starts in your mind first. So I don't care if you never get a MACD card or you never get a nationality card. You know, what is in your mind and your power of standing in your square, standing on your 10 toes,
Right.
and not
Right.
letting this system break you, because really you don't even need any, you really don't need any of this shit. It's really the power of your tongue and the power of your mind. But again, just like, for example, with tarot cards, I read tarot cards. I don't need the tarot cards to read, you know what I'm saying? But I use it as a buffer because that's what people like to see. They like to see something physical, right? So the idea is something that's physical to manifest your knowing, you know, your mental knowing that you are a Moor. That is just your physical showing, right? But you don't have to. I just want you to know, like, if you never get it, I don't want you to feel like you're behind or you're not in the race. Again, it's a knowing. So if you know that you're not Black and you denounce that status mentally and with your mouth through your throat chakra, that right there is enough. Period. That is enough. So if you do get pulled over and you don't have to show your license or nothing, you just let them know, you run down the laws, you run that shit down on them, because really we're supposed to be the ones that's actually upholding the law. It has nothing to do with the police. We're the ones that are supposed to be upholding the law. We are the true law enforcers. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, okay, that the whole prelude to that shit tells you who the true law enforcers are. And it's not the police, it's us. They're only supposed to protect and serve. It is you are the ones that are supposed to be upholding the law, making sure that them motherfuckers stay in line, okay? So don't forget that, y'all. It starts with you and your mind and how you speak, all right? So don't forget that.
And I'm glad you said that too. The one last thing I was gonna say, Taraj Tariq Bey.
Yes.
Moorish American 720, that's what you gonna get all day long. He been my best teacher.
Yeah.
And when I tell you he gonna give it to you straight and raw, he gonna give it to you straight and raw. And he has a lot of videos on YouTube that you can watch also. You know, man, when I tell you this man is very educated just on law and knowing the more science itself. I mean, you can't get a better teacher than him. He's very wise. He's very wise and he knows a lot. That's where Red Pill and Blue Pill learned it from, matter of fact, too.
And what's crazy is that they don't even really put the information out there like that until just recently. You know, they don't really talk about it. And I understand why. It's because they know that our people are brainwashed, you know, and it's just a lot of shit they just can't handle, you know. And so I totally understand why they don't speak about it, but I do see them starting to hint, you know what I'm saying, like more and more about it. So let me go before I fall apart here. Look, we both looking the same way.
Right. Let it hang down. Let it hang down.
But yes, please put all the information in there for us, so we, you know, so we can definitely, so the people, I should say, can definitely tap in. So oh yeah, you have a business, because I know that you detail cars, but you also have your Moorish American clothing line that you just came out with. So please, do you have a shirt that you can show us or no?
I actually got my hoodie on right now.
Boom, there we go.
Says always one more.
Always.
You know, got your chain on too.
Yeah, I made that piece because.
Yeah.
So
and then I don't know, y'all can see the back.
Yeah, show the back. Show everything.
I don't know. Y'all see the back?
No, like come down. Oh, a little bit. Come down some. Yeah. So you have the seal.
The seal. Right. Yeah, and that's actually the Spaniard
conversation.
Yeah, that's the Spaniard seal too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I do have a more clothing line out right now. This is the first hoodie. I have I got a lot of stuff drawing up. So there's gonna be some stuff coming out, and right now I'm just doing everything made to order, because I just don't want, you know, a bunch of stuff sitting around. You know, you drive yourself crazy because ain't nothing moving. But I'm doing everything made to order, and like I said, I had posted on my story one time. I'm just doing it to bring awareness. It's not even for the fiat. It's just to bring awareness and just to represent who you are. And like you said, my detailing business, that's just easy to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just something that just comes easy for me. So I also had that too. But we kind of like the little family hustle over here. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Y'all
So
are, man. That's
definitely
why I love that shit, man. Everybody got their own thing. Everybody.
right, right.
Everybody.
So I just like I said, man, just keep an eye on my page. I'll be dropping some stuff coming soon, but I do have a hoodie right now that I just showed, and there'll be more merch coming. More hoodies. I'm actually gonna have a I'm actually thinking about doing my next hoodie is probably gonna be for the goddesses for you guys.
Yeah.
I got something in store for all the queens out there, and yeah, my wife actually she actually checked off on it. She the one that actually picked the picture, so
Well,
it's
she's the
gonna be
professional
tight.
seamstress, so what can I say?
All going on. Yeah, right. The patch. She did the patch.
Yes.
Yeah, she sold the patch on. So we all work together. The patch and inside the hoodie right here, if you can see it,
It's a
this is
tag.
velvet. Yeah, that's a velvet green right there inside the hoodie.
Ooh.
So we put our own little what I'm saying, touch on it.
Okay,
Put it
Mella.
in. Yeah. So she, what I mean, we doing some good things over here, man. Doing some good things. It's all for the positive.
It is.
So everybody just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout.
I love it. I love it. Well, look, thank you, cuz, so much for coming on and sharing just a piece of the puzzle. Obviously, this is a piece of the puzzle that you hold. We all have a piece of the puzzle. So thank you for sharing your piece. And I can't wait to have you back on. We're gonna go in and really dive in deep. We just scratched the surface today, but again, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you to your wife for letting me have you for a few minutes here, because I know you be involved with the family. So thank you, Mella, for letting your man come on, boo. I appreciate it. Look, I already know how
And
it is, because look, Kennedy over here, when you gonna be done? My cat is over here looking at me. When you gonna be done? And I'm like, I'm gonna be done. Like,
hey, I had to lock my dog out of here
right,
because if
see?
lock, he probably would have knocked this table by now. He drove me crazy because
You see
he
how
like my
she came and
shadow.
turned my light off? I said, like, all right,
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
seen
go.
it. Yeah, I see she walked across you and everything. So I was like, oh yeah,
Yes,
she
a
yeah,
few
time is up.
times.
Yeah, time is up. But cuz I thank you, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And like I said, man, ain't nothing but love always. Always.
Always. Love you too, Mella. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I'm sorry I didn't read the comments, but thank you, guys. And for those that were asking about how to do your nationality, once I upload the video, y'all come back to the video, and the links we're gonna put the links in there so you'll have all the information. Okay.
Yeah, I got
Either
y'all.
way, you can hit us up individually, and we can direct you to where you need to be.
All right. Anytime, anytime.
All right. Love y'all.
Peace out.
Peace.